السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. Sorry for the delay, everybody. I got caught up in something, but inshallah, we're good to go now. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a good night's rest. I hope everybody drank a lot of water. And I hope everybody is ready for day 8 of Intensive 4. So, inshallah, let's get started. Please do start putting your questions in the chat, inshallah. Yes, the Bayina website just updated. It should be available on there now as well. Alhamdulillah, I'm doing well. Alhamdulillah, I am doing well. Okay, homework number 25 and its root letters. Let's see. Okay, that was the present tense on the second chart, right? 25. Okay. So I can see where the difficulty on this one comes in. But let's break it down step by step. So the word was تتبعين. Okay. تتبعين. So we can tell from the beginning and the ending that this has to be a present tense word. We don't have any past tense words that end in ina. Oh, actually, you know from the assignment that these are all present tense anyways. So you don't even have to worry about that much. It's already given that it's present tense. You just have to figure out which present tense form this is. So there's only one present tense form that ends with ina. There's only one, and that is the yushi, right? So if we started from the beginning, we could go back. We could take this back to the huwa form, which would be yattabi'u, yattabi'u, yattabi'ani, yattabi'una, tattabi'u, tattabi'ani, yattabi'na, tattabi'u, tattabi'ani, tattabi'una, and then tattabi'ina. This is the anti version, tattabi'ina. So I don't think you guys need for the homework. Did you guys have to find the doer or just make it passive? Find the inside doer. Okay, now I'm getting conflicting statements. Only make it passive. Okay, just make it passive. So that's even easier. If we don't even need to find the inside doer. Just make it passive. You don't have to find the root. You don't have to find the family, any of that. Making a present tense passive is very, very easy. We leave the ending the same. So from the conjugation we just did, from the sarf we just did, yattabi'u, yattabi'ani, so on, you know that ayn is the last letter. So everything from ayn onwards, you're not gonna touch. This, you leave it alone. Aina at the end is gonna stay. Then at the beginning, the first letter, you're gonna make it into a dhamma. You're gonna make it into an u sound. So that becomes tu. And then everything else, all you need to do is change all of the sounds to a. So the only change we need to make is the ba. Changes from B to ba. So yattabi'u, which was the original, becomes yuttaba'u. And then if you uh, you know, do the sarf all the way out to the anti version, you would get tuttaba'ina. Tuttaba'ina. So yuttaba'u, huma yuttaba'ani, yuttaba'una, hiya tuttaba'u, huma tuttaba'ani, hunna yuttaba'na. أنت تتبع أنتما تتبعان أنتم تتبعون أنت تتبعين. So if either way, if you do the whole chart or if you just convert this word by itself, you'll get the same answer, as you should. So it's, I'll repeat it one more time because we see some requests. Anytime you have a present tense fi'l and you want to make it passive, find the lam letter. We had fa letter, ain letter, lam letter. Find the lam letter. In this case, the lam letter is the ain. So find the lam letter and everything, including the lam letter and everything after it, you're going to leave alone. You're not going to touch it. Then at the beginning, change whatever the starting sound is, make it u. And then for every other vowel, make it into an a. For every other vowel, make it into a. And then that's it. That's how you make the passive. Leave the ending alone, start with u, and everything else becomes a. Okay, the past tense for this one. There you go. That's the past tense. اتبع يتبع. You guys tell me what family it belongs to. If you're really, really clever about it, you should be able to figure it out. Good, Warda. Perfect. So this one's a little bit weird. Um, this one's a little bit weird, but all we need to do is we need to follow simple steps, right? If the present tense starts with you or tu or u or nu, then it's one of the first three. Aslama, jahada, or allama. If there's an extra ta in it, then it's ta'allama or tasa'ala. If it starts with e like this one does, then it's going to be either inqalaba, iqtaraba, or istaghfara. So just from that first hint of the e, if you know what the past tense is, you can tell that it's going to be one of those last three. Iqtaraba, inqalaba, istaghfara. And then inqalaba needs a noon. There's no noon here. Istaghfara needs ist. And there's no ist here. So the only one left would be iqtaraba. If you're looking only at the present tense, which was Ya'ina, right? So we can tell from the beginning it's not going to be one of the first three. We can also tell that it's not going to be ta'allama because the shadda would need to be on the ain letter. Ta'allama. Here the shadda is on the second letter, so it can't be ta'allama, in case some of you were thinking that. That would be tatabba'a, not tattabi'a. And also, there's a kasra. Ta'allama doesn't have kasra, neither does tasa'ala. So it can't be those two. So again, we're back to the last three. And it doesn't have the noon for yanqalibu. It doesn't have the ist for yastaghfiru. The only one that matches is the ta for uh, yaqtaribu. So even though it's a little bit weird, you could work it out if you follow the hints. Number 1 on this one. The file letter for this one is ta. The root is. Should I put that down? The root for this one is taba'a. That's the root. Oh. There we go. Taba'a. That's the root. Okay, that's not working for some reason. Oh well. I'll just leave it on this font. There you go. I separated it out for everybody. Number 24. Tatabarra'ani. Okay. Okay. So again, we don't need to look at the family. All we need to do is make it passive. The passive, we're going to follow the same exact formula. Whatever the lam letter is, it and everything after it stay the same. We don't touch them. Then the starting letter becomes u, so ta is going to become tu. And then everything else becomes a. And lucky for us, everything else is already a. So that's it. We're done. This is passive now. Tatabarra'ani becomes tutabarra'ani. And we're done. If you're following what Ustad said for the homework, Manha, then I think you're just making it passive. If you're following the instructions that I wrote in the document, then first you want to convert whatever you're given to passive form, and then find the inside doer and the family. You don't have to convert it to huwa, but you do have to find the inside doer. But again, that's just if you want to do it as it's written in the workbook. Ustad said all we need to do is make it passive for the homework today. Yes, تعلم family. Good. تعلم تبرأ يتبرأ, and then this would be either um, both of them women, تبرأني, and then or it could also be you or you she in the dual form, تتبرأني. And then obviously we make it passive. تتبرأني. Who is UA? That's Ustad Aoun. Say assalamu alaikum. He's been here since the beginning. He's just undercover. Yes, Hira, this is from the workbook, but you can ask questions from anywhere. Yes, there will be a separate chapter for weird solve. We're gonna spend a lot of time on weird solve. Way more time. We're gonna spend way more time on weird solve. Okay, maybe not way more time, but we're gonna spend more time on weird solve than we did for regular solve. Okay, number 34. Oh, come on, guys. This one should be easy. This is one of our basic ones. Tansuruna. Well, you actually know the whole chart for this one. Nasara yansuru, right? But we'll ignore all of that. Ending. Okay, ending. Leave it all alone. We're not going to touch it. Make the beginning u, and then make every other sound ah. Tansuruna, tunsaruna. I should keep both versions, shouldn't I? There we go. Tansuruna becomes tunsaruna. Ustad said we're gonna go over the family sadaf in class, so we'll go over the family in class. I'm not gonna take any more of the family questions, inshallah. But for actually, yeah, no, I'm just gonna stop there. Number 21. Is it a command? No, it's not a command. Nastajidu is not a command. None of these are commands. They should all be present tense, unless I made a typo. But they should all be present tense. Amara, which one are you talking about? Maybe I can help explain it. Okay, 1 and 2. Nunazzilu and nuqatilu. So nunazzilu, again, we take the ending, we leave it alone. So the ending here is lam. Lam is going to remain lu. Lu remains lu. The beginning becomes u if it's not already. In this case, it's already u, so we don't have to touch that either. Nu. And then everything else in the middle becomes a. So nunazzilu, nunazzalu. That's how we do that one. And then for the second one, nuqatilu. First, let me write the word. Okay, the ending, once again, ending always stays the same. Don't touch the ending. Beginning becomes u is already u, perfect. And then everything else becomes a. We already have qa. All we need to do is make the ta, the t into a ta, and then we'll be good there too. There we go. So nuqatilu becomes nuqatalu. That's how you do those two. Number 6. Okay. Number 6 is yatanaza'ani. يتنازعان, same process. We see it ends in ani. Ani is a combination. So the combination plus whatever the last letter is, we're going to leave that alone, which is ani. The ayn stays there with it. The beginning becomes u, and then everything else becomes a, and then we're done. يتنازعان يتنازعان يتنازعان. We're not talking about families yet. Amara, was that clear? Or did you have some other question along with that? Combinations do not change when we change it from active to passive. No, we leave it all the same. If there's time, then Ustad will go through the whole homework, but we also need to do practice on the commanding and the forbidding today. So, you know, it's all about if time permits us to go through all of it. 15 and 16. Okay, let's do 15 and 16. 15 and 16. تصغرون and تنتشرين. Okay. So تصغرون. Again, we see the ending combination, which is una. So we leave all of that alone, including the letter with it. So runa, we're going to leave alone. Change the ta to a tu, and then everything, all the other vowels become a. So tasghuruna, tusgharuna is passive. Likewise, we see an ina ending, leave it alone. Rina stays rina, and the ta becomes tu, and then everything else that has a vowel becomes a. So tantashirina becomes tuntasharina. Tuntasharina. Is there a key available? Not yet. There will be. Because Maha, you didn't refresh your page. If refresh your page and it should update to all the new versions of the words. Sayed, I don't know what you're gonna need to print. That's the only thing. I would if I could, but I don't know what you're gonna need to print. Why in the exam number 20, 21, and 23? Aisha, 21, Ustad said he's not going to explain it. It's complicated. 23, there was already an is after dhalika. So if there's already an is, we don't look for a second one. That's why. There is no next intensive, Aisha. This is the last intensive. You're finding it difficult to type in Arabic. That's how it's supposed to be at first. Just like how it was difficult to type in English at first. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. It took me, I'd say, a year and a half to get as good, but that's without like consistent practice. So if you actually practice consistently, you'll get better even faster. Number 38. Let's do it. 38 is أرفع. So we're going to leave the ending alone, change the beginning to an U, and then everything else is already A, so we're done. أرفع is أرفع, passive. Oh, I forgot to make the comment section um, open again, didn't I? Okay, I'll try to remember this time. What will you learn? You're going to learn Arabic. No, Mishi, if it was يعجبك أجسامهم could not be the outside doer because أجسامهم is feminine and you would need a feminine fi'l. Isn't 16 انقلب? Um, let's see. No, 16 is not انقلب. Wait, yeah, no, 16 is not انقلب. Samia, I cannot do anything about that. I don't have the power to. We've already told the developers that needs to change, but we just have to wait on them. Yes, Dutch Moroccan, I got your email. I forwarded it. Number 39 is أن تصلوا. Again, same process, always. Leave the ending alone. Change the beginning to an U, and then everything else to an A. أن تصلوا انتصروا. Yes, Manha, all of the posters. Okay, so out of like the, I don't know, some thousand, over 1,000 that I received, there were around 50 that I really liked. So I put them all in a Google Drive and I sent that to Ustad this morning. So it's going to be up to him to choose which ones he likes. But yeah, I narrowed it down as much as I could. Number 31, تنفخ. تنفخ. So we're gonna keep the ending. Hu is gonna stay hu. The beginning is gonna go to u, and then everything else is gonna go to a. So تنفخ becomes تنفخ. تنفخ. تنفخ فيه الروح or تنفخ فيه الريح. روح. No, it's روح. That's why when you see تُنفخ فيه الروح translated, you see it translated as passive. The soul was blown into it, or the soul is blown into him. You didn't understand how to do the homework, Mudassir, then you need to review your passive practice. How to take a fi'l from active to passive. Samia, if I change the workbook again, everybody's gonna get mad at me again. And I can't really add any more space anyways. I tried to add as much as I could, but um, that's how much you're gonna have to work with, unfortunately. Okay, Maha, if refreshing the page didn't work, go to the link on the website for the, what is it called? Recognition workbook. Under study materials, go all the way to the bottom, go to recognition workbook, and then right click it, and then open it in incognito tab or in a private tab or whatever option comes up for you. We're doing the homework. Ruhi. So I can't show the homework and with the Word document at the same time. So I'm only showing the Word document because that's where I'm doing the work. 16? Didn't we do 16? Yeah, we did 16 already. I think we did 21 as well. Oh, no, we didn't do 21. Okay, I'll do 21. Right. Ending. Leave lu as lu. Change na to nu. Beginning always becomes u. And then everything else that has a vowel will become a. Sin and ain don't have vowels. We leave them alone. Ta is already a. Change g to ja. So nasta'jilu is nusta'jalu. Nusta'jalu. Sophia, I did not see your comment. No. I just did 21. That's it right there on the Word document. Nasta'jilu. No, Kelkadi, you can ask Kelkadi. You can ask whatever questions you want. It's just most people are asking about the homework. So those are the ones that I'm taking because those are the ones that I'm seeing. Yes, Sarwat, just like how when you look at the Sarf chart, the present tense also always starts with you, but we'll also see the present tense with tu and u and nu. The passive form in the chart starts with you because it's only showing the hua version. But we don't want to change it to we don't want to change the version. We want to keep the version we have. For example, nasta'jilu, we want to keep the noon. We don't want to change it back to yasta'jilu. We just want to take the version we have and make that passive. No, I did not change the workbook again. Salwa 21 is on the screen right now. Nasta'jilu. Here's 23. The ru is gonna stay ru. The ya is gonna be a u, and then the vu is gonna become a va. So yanzuru becomes yunzaru, and now it's passive. Yes, the homework is all just changing the sound until you get to the passive version. You're welcome, Mudassir. No, 21 is not the Inqalaba family. The Inqalaba family doesn't start with ist. Rasila, I'm not sure how this is going to continue after the intensive. Yes, Usman, that's incorrect. We don't want the Hua version. We want to keep the version that we have. So, sorry, you might have to do some of them again. But if you already have the passive version, all you need to do is stick the beginning and endings on it, and you'll be fine. Do you have to know how to type in Arabic? You shouldn't need to. No, but I mean, it's a cool skill to have. It'll make note taking easier. Number three, no. Mudassir, you are wrong about that. Well, Zuleha, it's gonna the way the program works after this intensive is gonna change quite a bit. So you're gonna get a lot more. You're gonna start getting a lot more practice in after this intensive, inshallah, and feedback as well, and corrections. Inqalaba and iqtaraba don't sound the same. Sound it out. There are different letters in them. One is a noon and one is a ta. That's the difference. Please explain number three. Okay, you explain number three to me. What's the family? I know I said we're not going to do families, but this time, for this one, we have to make an exception. What's the family for, what is the word? Tanhamirani? Tanhamirani. What's the family? Anjum, it's on the website. Good, 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 good. Tanhamirani comes from inhamara, and inhamara looks like inqalaba. Inqalaba doesn't have a passive. So number three is a trick question, and you got tricked. Okay, it's class time. So, inshallah, I'm going to wrap up. Uh, Abdul Wahab, because an ism can be rafa' nasab or jar. So even if I write it, I mean, sure, in the chart we make it nasab, Islaman, but when you say Islam, the word Islam, you don't say Islaman all the time, right? It's because the status can change. It's an ism. It's just in the chart we make it mansub. Just like how the past tense we say aslama, but we can also say aslamtu. For the present tense we say yuslimu, but we can also make it tuslimani, right? In the masdar in the chart is islaman, but we can make it rafa' nasab jar, islamun, islaman, islamin. We can make it proper common, al islamu or islamun. We can make it um actually those are the only two that we're gonna mess with. So yeah, you can change them. Okay. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك, and I will see you all in the regular session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.